Hello there, world. Oh my goodness, champagne sloppy. Will you stop doing this to yourself? Will you please stop hitting yourself? Champagne sloppy is once again in the grease. It appears that his song has been taken down because of the fact of who he was dealing with. Yeah, he never kind of addressed that before, but you can see this seems to be the situation here. The new Drake Fighting Irish freestyle or whatever that was produced by Conductor was removed by the uploader, and it appears to be that UMG has put out a strike to have the video removed. That's the way it's appearing to look, as if UMG has done it. And for Champagne Sloppy, this isn't a good look. I mean, this is like somebody suing a company and then showing up to work at the company. I mean, dog, if you thinking you could just jump up and be an independent artist and already just because you feel like it don't work that way. Anything you say or do or you put up, UMG gonna probably put on Apple Music and everything else until they recoup the money back from you. You see, Sloppy, this is what happens when you owe money. You see, people want their money back. That's how it goes. You owe them, so they come and tax you. It's almost sad that this is what Drake's career has come to. You know, it's all about my mom, my dad, my mom. It's like, dude, come on, dog. You're supposed to be making records. We don't want to hear about your personal emotional anxieties. Okay? Put it on a record. If you got something to say, put it on a record. Apologize to UMG. Apologize to Spotify. Because you're not going to win any case. You're not going to file the lawsuit. So what are you doing? All you're going to do is piss off the wrong people. The song got no traction, really. It was sad. It was the same old rendition as before. And it was him venting out at people who don't like him no more. That's okay. It's cool. And he's drinking while saying he don't have a drinking problem. He's basically confirming everything that we've said about him. Lets me know he's listening. So the person that uploaded it removed it because they possibly was going to be facing some sort of a strike by keeping it up. Right? So that person probably was sent a legal order to take down the song, and hey, he's someone that likes to be lied to. You can't say you don't respect it or you don't like liars and you sit there and you surround yourself with people that's lying to you. If you believe what you put out in the last 5 years is better than GNX, then you're lying to yourself. If you feel like you put out any music that can mess with GNX, you lied to yourself. What have you put out that can contest with Euphoria, Meet the Grams, 616, Not Like Us, TV Off, Squabble Up. Everything Kendrick has put out, Watch the Party Die. You have done nothing. Kendrick has done it with the music. He's not even on Instagram tweeting anything. Your people can't save you. How many times do you must hear this for it start to seep in? The music dictates the action. The people you think that's rolling with you, like Dummy, he's already a Kendrick fan. He's been a Kendrick fan. He's so much a Kendrick fan, he's just trying not to let you know. He's trying not to let you know. He loved the fact that Kendrick mentioned his name. Now he has relevance. You say his name all the time. It don't move the needle for him. He need Kendrick to say it. He need Kendrick to be out there. So now people come to him to hear what he got to say. It revitalized his dying career. You didn't do that. You didn't let your art speak for you. And because you didn't let your art speak for you, this is the results that you're faced with. Told you many a times, there's ways of handling said situations. You chose the latter. You chose, I want to go this route. Fine by me. We warned you. I warned you. Don't even worry about these bums like Rick Ross. Rick Ross, you why get in an Instagram fight with him? You don't fight on Instagram, Drake. You're not witty enough. So you hired a crisis management team that has 50 Cent. 50 already done told you. Like, he wanted my people to do social media for him. So Fib lets you work with a couple of guys that post stuff for him, but the majority of that is 50 Cent. So you need 50 to write for you because he was going after Ross. But then you switch the energy to Kendrick. Now you want 50 to still be on board with this. So 50 get a show in Toronto, you help put some bread in his pocket. And, but it's still a crisis management team. You're going to all these people to do with the pedo stash. What's his name? Schultz. He can't save you. You can rally up your Jewish team. They can't save you. I just did a freestyle off of that garbage you did. Just to show people the pattern is easy. Anybody could do it. Anybody could do what you just did and been skating with. Anybody could do that. And you wrote that. That's the sad part, is that you wrote it. If you was in front of me and you rapped like that and said, all right, what do you think, Sino? I'm going to do it just like this. All right. Western Riders, throw that out. Start over. Let's take it back to basics. Right. Stretch the lungs out, right? You ready? Right. Get your creative juices going. You got a lot to say, right? Right. But how are you going to say it? I don't know. I don't know, Sino. What do you want me to say? Why don't you write it down so I can say it? Not going to write it down. We're going to teach you how to rap, all right? We're going to start. You pick a fruit, right? Pick the name of a fruit. Apple. Okay, apple. There you go. Write it down. Apple. Now, I want you to think of words that rhyme with apple. Rhyme apple over in different ways. Find words that you can connect with apple. Start right now. Apple, grapple. Yeah, keep going. Now everybody get a word. Start working with the word. Bounce it around. Then you can start to get creative with it. Next thing you know, Apple will turn into, I was drinking on some pink Alpale. I've been doing this quite well for a long time, drinking Snap Pale. You know, it changes now. Apple now morphs into whatever we want it to be. So you need to start from things. Orange. Orange will be a word until it turns into something else, right? Right. Or aren't you glad I did not come back in here mad and make another video going at Drake? I can squeeze the juice out of this nigga. Concentrate. You see? Now you see how easy Orange was flipped around just like that. Off the top of the dome. Creativity. Right? Squeeze the juice out of this nigga. Concentrate. Concentrated orange juice. Orange. Oh my God. Orange, you glad? Like, aren't you glad? Orange, you glad? Oh my gosh. You see, the creative juices come from the word. The word don't have to actually mean that. So you have to be able to create on the fly. Yeah, Eminem did that in the song. Knock the doors off the hinges, syringes, peach pears, plums, oranges. Ring, ring. He rhymed syringes with oranges, right? But he did it in a way that was so creative, right? Because he's comfortable with creating the words to make them fit the way he needed to. Peach, pears, plums, oranges. Knock the doors off the hinges, syringes, peach, pears, plums, oranges. Yeah, so it was like Sino Chino. Hey, I'm yeah, it's just a form of creativity. Nobody takes that route anymore because they haven't been taught it. They haven't been trained and trained their mind to move in that way. Now, what UMG is doing with Drake is saying we own the music. We have you under contract. So basically, you are under contract. We own you. We own whatever you put out. So unless you clear it through us, you can't release it. You can't put out a home video. Drake can't put out a video of him walking through the park without UMG's permission. They own likeness rights over everything that you release. That means images, everything, until they recoup. You're in a 360 deal, homie. Congratulations. You played yourself. You're in a 360 deal and there might not be any way out. So if Steph Curry want to keep going around you, too bad. When he find out his last baby is Drake's and not his, oh man, Steph, you're gonna be in for some trouble. It's not. See, here's the thing about Steph, right? And I want to be clear. Steph's wife, Aisha, is hanging out with OVO. In case y'all didn't know, I'm gonna put that out to the world right now. So she's cool with OVO, which means Steph got to be cool with OVO. So that's why he talking about, I'm just tired of the song and all that, because Aisha Curry is cool with somebody in Drake's camp. Everybody thinks she's been sleeping with the dude. Yeah, so Steph gonna learn. He'll learn. They tried to tell you, keep the family away. Drake is their homie. So he didn't want to betray that because they did a lot for her cooking career and all this stuff. And yeah. Remember that cringy hug he gave the wife? And it was like, oh, he showed up and surprised her at her book signing. It was in Toronto. He came there to give it attention because he was the one that helped put the thing together. So when it comes to Toronto, he's going to do that. Kendrick has way too much creativity for him. But if Drake would have stayed in his lane and just been didn't go the trap route, he would have had a chance at sympathy even when he lost. And then Kendrick would have looked like the bully. That's when I told him, I was like, Kendrick, if you're gonna do it, just do it. If you're gonna drop, drop. Go on and drop your rhyme, man. Cause it was like he was bullying Drake. Because Drake wasn't really bothering, but Drake was throwing little shots on the side, throwing little jabs. And this is what K Dot was responding to, those jabs on them songs. Because Drake, like, you messed up my album release. You're a control verse. How dare you think you can compare to me? And Kendrick, like, man, I'm naming everybody. I'm coming for the spot. I want the throne. How dare you say that? So he's like, oh man, man, I'm gonna tuck that sensitive rapper back in his pajamas clothes. Uh-huh. Joke's on you. High five. Yeah, man. The joke's on Drake. Now he's spiraling. Now he's way out of control. He has nothing left to do. He has no creativity. Everything about him is from somebody else. He don't know where to get it from because he's empty. Empty bars. He's been getting by on a bunch of syrupy dudes going, yo, man, that Drake, man, that was hard, man. Yeah. Man, that was hard. Yeah, that 21 and Drake, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Drake. Dog, they're not, you listening to bars? Those dudes ain't finna sway the market. Those dudes, they only gonna listen to it when it's around. Other than that, they're not caring what you talking about. For real. So when we get into that, I'm gonna go into the Aisha Curry thing when we get on the Patreon, so that we don't get a little distracted off of it. But old Sloppy shows up on the scene, right? He came to the bookstore in Toronto and surprised Aisha Curry. She's in the middle of a presentation about her book.
Them is beyond amazing to me. So thank you all very, very, very much.
Let us get a table up here. You'll sign.
Start your engine!
And look who shows up. Champagne Sloppy shows up to get a book. Now, everybody started this rumor he's been flirting with her from the sidelines and that he should watch out. They were, Steph, you should watch out. You're going to hear about it later, but now that Not Like Us dropped, Drake know he can't pull that move. But through her whole promotional tour, he's been supportive. He's being that friend on the side. And we know his MO. He going to slide on in. He going to slide in. Right? So he better open his eyes. No, the thing is that one of his homeboys is allegedly messing around with Aisha. That's what the rumor was. But we'll get into that on the Patreon. We're getting off track. So if you on the Patreon, you already know what's up there. Now, guess what? We got some more dropping today that's going to blow your mind. Blow your mind. Everybody shocked off the one that dropped this morning. You think that was something what we started the year off with? Rihanna sleeping with this dude since 15 years old? Woo, you think that was, and they say the Patreon ain't got no bombs. That's bomb one. This was bomb two. Athletes are to blame for losing millions to thoughts. Once you learned about that, then Jay-Z, LeBron, and Diddy are all a part of this psyop. And buddy, that video alone is the most explosive you've heard in a while. Oh, the best podcast between this selection, I chose Nightcap with Shannon and Ocho. Then before you go for a job promotion, we helped you out. Then we welcomed in the new year. I'm here to tell you now today, you thought you heard it all. We got more. And it's coming today. So get ready. Get yourself ready on the Patreon because we ain't playing. Now, oh, just wait till you see it today. You're going to really get some popcorn tonight. Now, here's the thing with Drake. Drake made a key mistake here. As you can see, the video was removed by the uploader. This guy called the Conductor. He took it down himself, the Drake song. And the reason he took the Drake song down is because it sucked. No, he took it down because he probably was hit with a legal ordinance by UMG. I don't want to pull it up on Apple Music because I don't want Drake, his name coming up in my search engine because I'm trying to get all his music out of my Apple Music, period. I don't want no Drake coming up. Oh, Drake's on a big punishment road. But we're going to get into all of this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, much is to be said about it because Lucian Grange has signed you to a deal that's a 360 deal. And if you've already completed your deal and you're out, then you're independent. You don't owe them nothing if you've already recouped. You see, they just get all their money from Reddit. They was like, oh no, they take 30%. And they made it 30%. Like they waived the 30% fee just for not like us, which was a lie. The only way Spotify was charging 30% is because it's in a discovery mode. And they're doing that basically for promotion, but it's not for Kendrick Lamar or anybody else. This is for everybody. So you can't say, or if you file this lawsuit, you can't even say that. Look at that. Artists criticize Spotify discovery feed for deducting 30% of royalties in exchange for exposure. See? Now let's go into this. This is what Drake's lawyer teams are, as more prominent as they are, seem pretty stupid in the realm of hip hop and entertainment. In exchange for the promotions, creators agree to a lower promotional royalty rate for those streams, where Spotify charges a 30% commission, right? Now get this. Modern recommendations algorithms are powerful tools suggesting to consumers that the content that they are potentially want to hear, read, and watch, Spotify's algorithm may be useful to its users, but the company is now facing a new wave of criticism from artists after reports that it cut royalty rates if a song is found by a user on the discovery feed. Lush, Ben Jordan, John Michie, and other artists condemning the new feature. But it's not to Kendrick Lamar, okay? They didn't cut it for no Kendrick Lamar. That's there for everyone. It's been rumored that the royalties can be cut up to 50%, but Spotify's customer service dispels those reports as clearly it is 30%. In exchange for the promotion, creators agreed to a lower promotional royalty rate for those streams. Where Spotify charges a 30% commission, this rate is only for the duration that is selected. Content has opted into for discovery feed and only the portion of the stream that occurs within radio and audio play. All other streams of the track in areas outside of radio and audio play remain commission free. The streaming giant told everybody. Now, discovery could still prove a useful tool for artists and record labels, right? It makes use of Spotify's algorithm to potentially pull in more listeners. So here's the weird thing though. When this was out and serving Drake, Drake's name was on everybody's list, even when they paid for no promotions. So they didn't understand why Drake's name was popping up when they did not pay for any promotions, right? Despite the benefits, there have been a wave of criticism since the feature launched from artist groups and independent labels. Now, independent labels, this hurts them the most because they don't have the money to be able to compete. They're already fighting a giant. Now they thought they had an equal playing field. No, it's once again, the rich are going to be put ahead of you. Okay. UMG announced in its New Year's memo to its staff that it's been working with Tidal and Deezer to develop an innovative new economic model for music streaming. Before, they called it getting rid of the bad actors in the streaming space, which means we want to get rid of all these independent guys who can create their own momentum with their song, and they don't need us, and they can blow up. Those are bad actors. So in the streaming space, at the time of writing, UMG has not announced Spotify as a partner in the initiative. So this is going to be a lose for Drake. Because see, Drake's lawsuit and his lawyers is he's going to have to prove this was made for Kendrick Lamar when this was done years ago. This is in 2023. So Drake, your legal team, you're not going to file that lawsuit. I already know you're not. But if you do file the lawsuit, you're going to lose. And not only are you going to lose a lot. Because they will countersue you and you will not survive. So you already know you're bluffing. I know you're bluffing. They know you're bluffing. So they like, do it. You are taking this thing the wrong way. Stop listening to your mama. Okay? Stop bringing your mama into the battle. Mamas don't win battles in hip hop. Jay-Z tried it with his mom told me to take it down. That didn't serve him well. Almost killed his career if it wasn't for Kanye West. Now listen, you got to understand something. When you go down this lane, you are putting yourself in a bad predicament that you don't want to be in. Because this is a bad look, buddy. Videos down by the creator because probably UMG, another one, you can't have your material up. So what about all the creators that went out and did reviews on said video? Now, all of those top creators who went out and was covering your song, you're going to basically have to tell them they got to take it down. They're not going to like it. And it make them not want to really review your music. I like though how people, when the Hard Part 6 dropped, and people tried to be like unbiased, like so they were giving it more credit than what it actually deserved. And then once the consensus of how bad it was out there, now they saying the song was terrible. When their review is out with them listening to the song, praising it, that's nice. Drake, y'all, that's nice. Anybody who said Drake didn't come hard on this, now they had to spiral and pull themselves out, and they act like it didn't happen. But the video is still out there. I saw it. Drake and Aisha Curry. He would be ruined. She would be ruined. It would take something drastic for that to happen. Leave them for what? She already got the money. They got 4 kids. They got 4 kids. Trust me, she's good. Plus, it's not like she's not family. She grew up like basically her family and a family went to the same church, you know. So they've been knowing each other for years. Steph was not her love. No. Steph loved her, but she didn't love Steph. Mostly because Steph hadn't went through puberty yet. So he was still like, he was a late bloomer. Meaning that he was still got his baby voice in high school. You know, he really, like his junior year, he didn't go through puberty till like maybe his senior year. So he was like a little boy. What's up, Fred? So if this is the case, and if this is the reality that's left for him, he's going to have to work it out with UMG where he has free right to just put up stuff on his own. His lawsuit has no legs. Mm-hmm. Well, they all doing this new thing that it's not a new thing, but it's a thing that they're doing where they're going to try to go through a lane of we want to humiliate you and we want to go through this process. But I'm going to involve you into what really went down, you know, and what was really going on and all the wicked stuff that you don't know. We'll get into that when I do the Patreon version. That's why I said today, you're going to find it out. Want to find out what happened here in Chicago? What happened in Chicago? When a woman went through depression, who was cool with Steph Curry and Aisha, and for some reason, she was accused of something she claimed she didn't do. She had to get out of Oakland. And then you start messing with her to get some secrets on Aisha and all this stuff. Man, you know I know, man. You a dirty dude, man. You foul. You real foul, man. I know too much about you, bro. I know too much. Nah, Drake ain't no Muslim. He is a Jewish man, more Amish than anything. The un-Amish Jewish guy. Nah, he don't want that. Yeah, hit the like button up. Yes, definitely. And subscribe to the page. It's good to see you, bro. Sean from Canada said the song was fire. You're just hating. Well, Sean, guess what? I'm very glad that you can afford the $2.99 to put that forward to tell us. Hey, it's $2.79 Canadian. Thank you, Sean. You're just hating, for real. Well, that's good, because if you like that, you're going to love my freestyle. You lied about your religious views. You lied about your surgery. Yes, Drake went and had a procedure done on his abs that's called sketching, right? They just put the lining that's already there and they sketch out all the fat that's around it. So it's your abs, they just sketching it out for you by taking out the fat and all the stuff with this little tube procedure they go in. So you can see the little lines there and it just look like fake, like airbrush abs and stuff. But it's called sketching. Tell me I'm lying, Drake. I would love for you to do that. Then I'll pull up the doctor. Yeah. Kendrick already knows, homie. Kendrick already know. We know. All right. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from. D12 is a last one. Boop, 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 boop. Last one. No, because I know someone who has the same procedure. They're on the Patreon. I know y'all tired of me name dropping the Patreon because we got that heat when others don't. So let's get it going. Let's see, shall we? Oh yeah, you didn't know this about Vince McMahon, OJ, and Diddy. I shocked everybody with that. Top 5 jobs for Drake now that his rap career is over. Shannon Sharp Stylist has the phone ringing off the hook. Oh yeah, Kanye West Pass is coming back to haunt him after what he did. The man who made all your classic New York beats is from Chicago. The glove contract revealed between Jay-Z and Beyonce. Where is it? My health stocks. I'm gonna put that up on one. Drake couldn't afford to pay payroll. Malika Andrews didn't mention. Neil Long getting a groove back. What's going on here? Where is it? Oh. Jay-Z, Tony Busby, Cam. Woo, Nas, baby mom, Carmen speaking out on Jay-Z. Yeah, y'all sleep on the Patreon. Jay-Z lyrics coming back to hurt him. My picks for the day. I might have to give y'all some picks for the day. King Tut speaking out about Tupac. Here's why the United Healthcare killer did it. Floyd Mayweather attack in London, the Patreon version. I can tell you what it was really about. And I had to address academics lying on me. Jay-Z and Prodigy meeting that never happened. Jay-Z was about to sign Mobb Deep and give them a contract individually. You know, so it was something crazy, but Prodigy died. They was finna like put the beef, all that stuff behind them and move on. So all of that went down. Harrison Ford. Yeah, see, they don't talk about white guys, right? All black guys. Yeah, you ain't know Harrison Ford had a dark side, did you? Did you? Did you? We do. We know all the stuff you did. NFL parties, players going wild. Stefan, the Don's brother's weird case is starting to scare Diddy and Drake. Where the hell is it? Because it's, believe me, it is very damning. And ain't that cute? Dennis is right there with his Sandy. Yeah, I'm right there with your mother, boy. Thanks for getting me back in the country, man. I need to get back over here. I got some more holes. Some more shows I can do and perform on stage. Thank you, boy. You got me back in the country. Man, I was banned for 15 years, and I'm back in Toronto, baby. I can get back to what I was doing. Yeah, man. That's my boy. He got me back in the country. Man, don't worry, though. Carcino gonna tell you why my ass was out for 15 years and couldn't get in the country. Carcino know the whole story. Drake only know what I told him. His mama ain't told him the truth. But I'm gonna get back to these shows. All right, so that's what's going on over there. Drake got Papa back in Toronto. First time in 15 years. He was able to come back and see his son's house and all this. That's why you don't see Dennis in Toronto. He was barred. He couldn't get in. Drake had to pull some strings at the border to get Dennis in. Do you want to know what Dennis did? Oh, she don't know. And that's going to be on the Patreon. Drake, you know I know what you did. Boom. There you go. That's how we know. You got the same procedure, buddy, right here. Y'all got the same doctor. Oscar De La Hoya. He got the same thing. It's on the Patreon. Y'all got the same doctor. He did the same procedure on Oscar that he did too. You see this little line right here? That's where they start from. And it's called sketching. And they just sketch out all the fat around there, right here. And they bring out your abs. Now you got to eat right to keep them. But that's what this little line is about. So the abs you already got, they just sketch them out. So now they pop out more. See, the scene don't know, man. Yes, they pay for abs now. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your ass from. V12 is a fast one. Boom, 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 ass one. You're going to have to go back and get that procedure again because you know your fat ass can't stop eating and drinking. Well, mom keeps cooking and I have to. Boy, you almost 40. It's no excuse. This pathetic hanging on the mommy and daddy leg. You pathetic, boy. You pathetic. Your daddy and them did you wrong, but he blamed your mama for this. Because Dennis wasn't around. He was around, but he wasn't around. We don't need to get into all of the pleasantries, do we? I don't think you would want that. Because this is not a 2025, we want to destroy Drake type of thing. You know, we got to move on from that. But we know what time it is. We want you to have those family moments and store them. And we glad Dennis is back in Canada after 15 years. We remember this little drizzy guy here. Look at him. Ain't he so cute? He's so cute, you little bitty fro. You was a cute little baby. Oh, look at him. Who would know he would grow up to be a menace? Who would thought you would grow up to be a menace? A straight up menace. Now, see no drunk already. I ain't drunk yet. I should be. But Drizzy, look at this. See how Dennis was there while y'all playing? She's teaching you. She think y'all one big family. She's teaching you. Look at old Sandy. Look at Dennis. He was over there smoking his cigarette. All right, y'all got this now. All right, you want me? I'll be at the club. Where you going? I'm going to work. I don't want you in that stinking club. Baby, that's where you met me. That don't mean I want you there. Look here now. You didn't win and trap me with this goddamn baby. So I gotta stay my ass in. I can't go back on the road. You're gonna have to find me a job to pay that same kind of money. You got about 5 o'clock tonight. Now I'm at the club. I'm out of here. See you, boy. So Uncle Steve and Uncle Hal, they became your daddies. Right? Yeah. Dennis went and married old Sandy. They were happy. Dennis got a job. Her daddy, well, his mom and them, hired them at their multi-million-dollar business to make furniture for kids. So, of course, Dennis added some features to it. He added a damn ashtray on there in case somebody wanted to smoke around the baby. That's not a joke. That's real. That's real spill. In case you want to smoke around the baby, Dennis added an ashtray to the little baby desk thing. Yeah, they're making it sound like nobody smoke no more. Of course they smoke. I smoke. Dude, I made that baby sitting in there in the seat, and I need to sit down watching the game. In the stroller, and I need to get my cigarettes on. Now I got ashtray. Now you're gonna sell a lot of these. Needless to say, Dennis could not get along with what was going on with the arrangement. Dennis was like, I'm going back out on the road. I can't deal with this. And then don't worry, we still ain't talked about this, Drake. Ooh, I still got this in the vault. And yes, Drake, this party never happened. They be like, hey, Drake. Yeah, Drake, who that bitch? Ooh. I'm so hard with this shit. I'm so hard with this shit. You thought I was playing all my cards on the table? Oh no. We got some more to go. Oh yeah. It's surgical, son. One cut at a time. Your daddy playing Border Patrol 15 years. He couldn't come there. Woo! 15 years? What did he do? Where am I getting all this information from? Dude, do you know how many people don't like Drake from his own place? We know it all. We know about your grandfather. We know about your great-great-grandfather. We know it all, baby. CeeLo don't play around. I've been on my J.O. I tracked you down through the Holocaust. Yeah, I know he cheesing farm. Should have left me alone, but now he's cheesing farm. That's your great-great-grandfather. No, that's your great-grandfather, Morris. We got his tombstone. We know where he's buried. Those your Indian cousins. There's your uncle and your grandmama. Uncle Steve. Your club you named after him, buddy boy. Yeah, the other people you left behind that had to go through the concentration camps to get here. Yeah, your grandmama when she was younger. All the hot chicks from TV. Ooh, my goodness. TV shows in the 90s. Ooh, Lisa Turtle. That was ours. Denise. Demita. Brianna. I wasn't really. I went into Laura and them. Hillary. Dion. Yeah. Tiffany. And Zaria. Woo. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Sloppy know what we got. We got all that paperwork. And that ridiculous clothing line you had, oh my God, that was awful. You remember that clothing line he was trying to make popular with the baggy pants? he had the soccer game with the baggy pants. Who wore it better? Who wore it better? Parachute pants. Good Lord. Little Yachty. Little Yachty can't give you no swag either. I don't give a fuck about who you hang with. We hate the way you walk, the way you talk. We hate the way you dress. Boy, I swear. Champagne sloppy. That's not his clothing line. That makes it even worse. He wearing it. Whoever designed that Gordon Gartrell need to be replaced. That's not a Gordon Gartrell. I'm obsessed. How am I obsessed? Am I obsessed with this? How am I obsessed? I've not spoken about this guy in a long time. That don't sound like obsessed. And then yesterday he dropped the song, so we had to respond to the song, don't we? That's exactly what we did. Why are you so upset? Punch you in that bell pepper nose. Sloppy? Sloppy gonna punch me? Sloppy gonna punch me, dog? Sloppy gonna punch me. Oh, buddy boy, that'll be the day, that'll be the day, that'll be the day. Sloppy gonna put his hands on Cino. Did you see what happened when he ran up on Cino? Did you see Sloppy over there running up on Cino? What'd he do? He ran up on Cino and said, I'm sorry. Drake got one hand on his stomach because he full. Yeah, you see how we eyeball to eyeball. He ain't want it. He ain't want it with the Cino. He ain't want it with the Cino, baby. He said, Cino, I know you've been talking about me, and I just gotta take it. That's right. You see how Baca looking in the back? Baca looking like, man, you talk about me too. You say I had a weird case. You do got a weird case. Shut up, Baca. It ain't got nothing to do with you. What you want to do? You want to jump? Jump. Come on, Drake. Come on, Drake. Yeah, just like a chicken, you better run. You want to jump? Jump. I'm going to get you deported. And Drake got a weird case. Why is he around? Drake's got a weird case. Why is he around? Yes. So right. So if he wanted to fire off on the Cino, he could have did it right then and there with his little tightened up braids. He could have fired off on the Cino right there. He didn't want to fire off on the Cino right there because the Cino would have took him out. And then I'd have had to put it on Baca. Then I'd had to I'd be like, Baca, look, the cops. I got to go, Drake. I mean, Baca, look, it's the cops. He'd be like, oh no, I got to go. Sorry, I cannot stay. Baca's got a weird case. Cannot be here. Man, because Drake is losing. Losing? He ain't losing. He lost. Lost across the board. That Patreon about to be crazy. You already know, Mr. Patrick, what is about to happen on Patreon. You think this is something? Let me get ready because Patreon about to explode today. So on that note, we are out because we're getting into Patreon talk.